Sorry about that, you guys. I meant to get up here a little bit quicker, but had to handle a little bit of business. But that business is now to you, and I am now yours. So, if you've been waiting for me to pop up in here, I'm here. So yeah, if you're new in here, don't forget to hit that subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my tarot cards. I think for today we're gonna do a little bit of shaman cards as normal. So beyond that, go ahead and drop any questions that you have to the right. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull up a little copy piece so that way I can kind of run some rules, things like that.
Don't stop now. Reaching for a distant star. Don't stop now. Isn't it strange that I was safe from home? Today, counting days until it's second dawn. If you're gonna make those changes, you have to let me know. Turn the shit around, it's not a something else. It's all you need to do. It's all you need to do.
Helps me get a little bit more light to my face. But yeah, pretty much just chilling out tonight. Gonna listen to some good music, spread some good vibes. Beyond that, just have a good time. Do a little bit of good work, get some good karma flowing in here. Hey, welcome in. Say hello in the chat so I can properly greet ya. Jemiah Johnson. Hi, I want to ask about Samuel. Let me see if anyone else at the moment. So, I'll go ahead and drop my little question rules below. I'm guessing that you want to know likelihood, so I'll go ahead and handle that for you. Other than that, Jemiah, my name is Azrael. Nice to meet you. Welcome to my room in Tarot Lounge. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up, and other than that, have a good time with the people as they enter the chat. Typically, we have a really, really cool group here. We're pretty funny, so I love and appreciate that. Hoping that your day's going good too. So you got 8 of drums. Possession to high energy levels by playing by the rules. A worthwhile risk, caution. So yeah, it sounds like he possibly is seeing somebody else, but it's very much so in that early courtship series where he's trying to figure out essentially the rules of engagement, how to properly go about everything, you know? But yeah, that would be your answer. Eight of drums. Not necessarily marry, but I would say there's the start or like buddings of a romance. Like I would say it's along the lines of like, when you're first trying to figure out if you want to date someone and how they like to be dated, and kind of like that individual's perspective on how they like to be courted. Hey Bubbles, welcome in. Lows and Bubbles, welcome in. Anyone coming in toward 11 July and business going to be a likely good. And yeah, I definitely say that there's a possibility for some new love, bows, and bubbles. Now you got the moon of illusion. The world under the waters, the dark parallel reality, the realm of the unconscious, illusions and uncertainties, ambiguity, the world of dreams and visions. So the thing that sticks out to me is the world of dreams and like more so like visions. So what you want to really keep in mind here is that you can almost like attract what it is that you're looking to bring into your life really, really simply by envisioning it. Like that's actually like a skill set and a talent. That can really, really benefit you a lot. I mean, beyond that, there's a lot of magic, to a dream. And I think that the more time that you enjoy like that time of rest or meditation and you think on the type of partner that you really want to be around, you're gonna be able to attract someone who's of like value or of the value that you look to attain. But you gotta be careful not to talk about it from a perspective of want. You have to claim it as it is in its current tense. You know what I mean? So you wanna literally like claim that you already have it and watch it unfold in front of you because that's what's going to give you the most clarity and the least stress. And yeah, always goes and bubbles. Like you always come in here, you like totally know the format and everything. So it's like, yeah, I appreciate you. Plus, like you're a returner. Like I've seen you here so many times. Welcome in. I see we have more people hopping into this chat. Go ahead and hop into the chat box. Let me know if you have questions. I'm going to go ahead and give the good old spiel on how to get the best answers. Welcome in, everybody. I see those numbers just coming in. Also, don't forget to thumbs up, you guys. That just lets me keep a little bit of like a tally of how many people we actually helped tonight. Or like how many, how many lives we come in contact with. Likelihood that Samuel's lost feelings for you. I've got it. There's a possibility he has, but it's about how he thinks of you when you come to mind. There might have been situations that could have just really left a nasty taste in his mouth. And, at the end of the day, you having a child with someone has no bearing on that person as a reason for them to stay. Relationships are purely like voluntary. You know what I mean? Obligation to children is obligation to children, but obligation to children has nothing to do with maintaining a relationship that's purely romantic. You could just end up being really good friends. But ultimately, this says a lot about his own mind frame. It says more so that he's focused on the perception of you as opposed to whatever the possibility could be. So it really, really seems to me that there could just be like a really, really bad memory or something that's clouding his judgment at this point. Doesn't mean that you can't do anything to change it. It just means that you have to keep in mind, as you work through your issues that, or stay aware of the fact that there may be a side of you that he finds to be like too strong or too overpowering or just, on 10, and he may want you to be a little bit more calm. But as long as he sees you completely flayed out like a bird that's like ready to like express their level of strength, that's gonna scare him away. So it's more so about exercising restraint in order to get what you want, as opposed to just going in guns blazing and emotions everywhere, because that can really, really leave you in a place where you're a little bit unsure of the longevity of that relationship, as opposed to it being something that could be really, really enriching and really, really nourishing. It could feel really toxic if you try to force things. How are you doing tonight, Buzz and Bubbles? If you don't know where you guys stand, you need to think about a couple things. You need to think about, what was your last interaction? Was it positive or was it negative? Is there a reason that you are or not in communication? Because those things, like, you have to take responsibility for your actions at the same time. Like, all sides have two sides and there's the truth. But regardless, we play our active parts. And it's important to not leave behind any bad karma. You know what I mean? It's really, really essential to, like, do your best to not do that, because if you can keep everything in a very, very light place, then magic can happen. He's with his mother. She came to visit, and I have to work and do a lot. I just think you need to kind of dig deep, Jemiah, because if you have a child with somebody and you're questioning if they've lost feelings for you and you don't know where you stand, it sounds like you need to communicate a lot better with the person that you procreated on life. Because if you don't figure out where you need to essentially strengthen those bonds of communication and clarify the relationship, you're going to run a risk of creating an unhealthy relationship or unhealthy breeding ground for emotions for your child. And I don't think that's really fair to them. I just think ultimately, if the child is the thing that's of the most importance, then it's not about you, it's not about him, it's always going to be about the child, male or female, boy or girl. That is the pinnacle of what that relationship brought. But you also have to realize that, like, if you feel like people aren't honest and they can't talk to you, then that just means that your strength level of communication just may be a lot for people. And it's not a negative thing, but I communicate strong, and sometimes people don't know how to really handle that either. It's just one of those things where you have to realize when people are in over their head. And if you can't get clear yes and no answers from someone that you brought a life into this world with, I don't think necessarily like anything these are gonna say is gonna be like so helpful. You know what I mean? It's gonna have to come down to real life action in terms of putting a child first. That's what's gonna be of the most importance. It's not about guessing where he stands. You guys are literally responsible for a human being. So I need the answers of what it says, but essentially I feel like your priorities need to be on the child and that child's well-being. Like the second that child arrived, it's no longer about you. Rainbow love. What's going through my Aquarius's head about me? Is that okay to ask? Yeah, it's fine. So, I don't know if you guys had like a conversation about a touchy subject or if he's going through a hard time, but regardless, he'll get through it and it'll bring you guys closer. But it has a lot more so to do with a bond after trauma. So it's like it'll definitely bring you guys closer together as instead of like pulling you apart. Essentially, there's like burdens or like things that are stressing him out, probably anxiety. And I mean, typically in the life that we live nowadays, it's always going to be something that feels like a little bit much. But you know, at the end of the day, you guys can make it through. Hey, happily ever after, welcome back. I mean, it sounds like he's moved on with his life. I would move on with mine because at this point, like, you know, do you want to look like the bitter baby mama? Because if he has brought other women around, it is not worth it for you to be interjecting yourself into all these different situations. Like, you just end up looking crazy. It's like you don't know your place. Like, you're not his wife anymore. You're not his girlfriend anymore. If he's bringing other people around, you are strictly that child's mom. And you have to kind of act accordingly. It's like don't invite yourself to Thanksgiving unless you get the invitation. Otherwise, you're just dropping off the kid. That's life. Yeah, it's nice to see you happily ever after. Do you have a question? Anything I can help you with? I mean, you asked how he felt about you. The way he feels about you is that essentially, whatever it is that the way that you act, it leaves a nasty taste in his mouth, and he can't get over the perception of how it is that you choose to present yourself. Like that's literally what that card means, and I can kind of see what he means. I'm not being funny, but I mean like you say you can communicate really well, and I give you a really really precise answer. You're like not accepting your very very direct answer. So I mean, I mean, I don't want to communicate it anymore. So I can only imagine how somebody else feels. Like, and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, we have to be aware of our own behavior and how it affects others. Like, it's okay to be like passionate, but you don't ever want to cross the line of making someone feel like you're infringing upon their space or privacy. It's like you want to, you know, just you want to at least try to leave people at neutral. My question is about a guy with the initial H. I saw him at an event I go to. I had a mysterious car kind of checking me out as I was walking up. Likelihood he was in that back seat. I feel like it was him. This is like a transportation kind of card, you know? This is all about smart intentioned movement. So if you feel like you saw him in the back of that car, he was purposely waiting to take off and purposely waiting for you to walk past. You know what I mean? So absolutely do not feel like it was pure coincidence. There was like a little bit of him planning on that happening the way that it went down. Just going through a tough time and battle with myself. That's all. Thank you for your time today. I appreciate it. You just gotta be easy on yourself, Jemiah. Like it's real easy to beat ourselves up. Very, very easy to beat ourselves up. But at the end of the day, like it's okay. We have pros, we have cons, we have good life experiences, bad life experiences. I've survived a lot of things. I've survived domestic abuse. I've survived being fired. I've survived deaths in the family. I've survived just a lot of trauma. Like And like at a point, you just, I hate to say it, but you kind of become numb to the trauma, and you realize that that's not what's truly all encompassing. Because when you wake up in the morning, I'm pretty sure like those aren't the things that you're thankful for. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like you're focused on breathing, and the body has its own demands, and so do you as an individual. So I try my best to not allow the negativity in my life or the things that are not going the way that I want them to go to alter at all my willingness to believe that good things can happen for me going forward at any moment. So I hope that that is something that you can kind of like soak in and kind of take with you. You know what I mean? I mean, I would be so ecstatic happily ever after. I would be ecstatic. Rainbow love, right? Thanks. It's a possibility that my Aquarius is realizing now. Thanks. Very, very strong personality. I mean, strong possibility. Jesus, man, I'm really tired, you guys. I actually did four or five zodiac readings for July, so the other ones will get done later on today. But yeah, my world right now is just really crazy. Like I'm just running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So this one is the Master of the Drum. He who speaks the language of the spirits, organization, the power of the mind, rationality, mental and material stability. So in general, yes, I think that he not only thinks that he could possibly be the one, but it's a very, very sure thought. Like it's not something that he just came to think. It's something that he actually has milled over time to come to an actual lasting decision about. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Jemiah. Tarot can be energy consuming. Yeah, it really can be energy consuming, but I have like crazy goals. I really want to make sure that like I kind of hit certain marks with my channel, and not gonna lie, getting 2K would make it a lot easier because I would literally have twice the amount of people almost like basically consuming content. But until I get to that point, I really am gonna have to just tough through it and live stream and live stream and live stream and build connections and relationships. You know, I really do want to do my best to get a really nice organic base where you guys all feel like, hey, anytime that you need me, you can reach me. I don't know. I feel like the one thing I have that might be a little bit more cool to you guys compared to the typical like tarot reader or influencer or makeup artist, whatever, is that you guys literally have ways to get in touch with me at all times. Like I'm not too big to talk to anybody. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there aren't creators nowadays that honestly really care about their subscribers or anything like that. They say they do, Jacqueline Hill, but they don't. No shade, but I mean, come on now. I would never sell you guys fuzzy lipsticks and blame it on the lab after like 2 or 3 scandals. I don't know. I really hope to just be helpful and to make a change, you know? Show you that once again, you shine, give me a heart, energy, so spot on for that, dude. The sweetest rainbow. Well, thank you. But yeah, I get like a lot of support nowadays. I'm so thankful for when you guys like share the streams or like you'll send it to your friends they'll come in and be like, this person sent me, you know? Like, it's really cool. Hey, Beyonce eating tacos? Sorry, girl, yes. I'm very tired right now. I was trying to get some of my July readings out. I'm going to get the other half of them out sometime in the morning time if I can get myself up. But I kind of have to get myself up, so I'll be up. I have to get up and sell an old camera of mine. Someone's going to put it to some good use, and I could always use some extra cash, so why not? I got you, Beyonce, eating tacos. Seven of Stones. Serpent of the visions in the labyrinth of desires and possibilities, all the mirrors reflect the image of our face, indecision and fear of success. So, what's coming toward you in love essentially is you may meet someone who's a really, really good match, but you might just freak out about it and be like, nope, I gotta cancel it, I gotta ruin it, it's too nice. So, this is about being scared of getting good things coming to you. And you should never be afraid of that. I just feel like it's so fun to just be in the moment and date and love and open to change that you kind of owe yourself that. So do not fear success in love. Like if things are good for a reason, they're good for a reason, and accept that. Like don't look for something to be wrong because honestly, there may be nothing wrong at all. Hey La, welcome in. Nice to see you again. How's your day going? How's everyone's day going, by the way? Just gonna drop that same old. If you guys have questions, feel free to drop them down below. Hey Goddess, welcome in. How are you? I know you guys have to be kind of confused to see me going live and like doing them for the signs or whatever, but I was just trying to like get it done so I could have it up and available for you guys. So I know it might have been kind of confusing to see that, but yeah, it's kind of like a part of my like monthly curriculum. So I wanted to make sure that you guys had those as we're heading into July. But I think I did 5 today, so I'm going to try to knock out the rest between the next 2 days so that way you guys get them nice and fresh. I'm okay, but I got a long, hard road to stick through my mother. My oh, it's okay. Like, you know, if she's willing to go and handle what needs to be handled, then she's going to come out a much better person, you know? Is it a possibility I will do good on this essay today? I've been saying I will, though. Let's find out, Rainbow Love. And you guys send, like, Princess Laura some love right now. Can we get, like, some emojis for her? So, you're going to do good on the essay. And I'll go ahead and read the description for you. This is going to be Mama Bear or Mother Bear. It's inside the drum suit. A person who loves simple things, protection and excessive caution. And I mean, you taking the time to make sure that you're going to do well is what they mean by excessive caution. You know exactly what you need to do to succeed. Obviously, you've been taking the time to do so. I just think that you need to kind of like let your shoulders down relax, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, you worked hard, and I think you deserve to, like, just, like, breathe, you know? Like, just chill. Have a good time. Because eating tacos, man, how your Scorpio feels about it. Also, you guys, do not forget to thumbs up. Don't forget, if you're new here, to subscribe, hit that bell. And if you have a friend who you think might like to be in here, send them a link. It's like passionate and empowered. This is the Knight of Bones. Unconscious conflicts that may have not been clarified, quarrelsomeness and controversies, improbable alliances. So, improbable alliances is really sticking out to me. So, he may be a little different than the typical guy that you go for. Maybe he's a little bit just a little weird, or a little bit more eccentric or eclectic. But all in all, like, he really knows firmly who he is, even if he's aware that some of his, like, mannerisms may be problematic to others. He's true to himself. How will I be feeling at the end of July? God, it's so fun. I got you. You'll be able to move on and get a much better perspective on things. Now, this is Nine of Stones, which is all about achieving equilibrium. True harmony is the balance between us, our surroundings, and the earth itself, physical and spiritual well-being, and wise counsel. And I feel like wise counsel in particular is like the key word that's like jumping out for me in you. I feel like for you guys to surround yourself with good people who you can use as a sounding board, who you can, like, just let your hair down and be completely candid and honest with, you know what I mean? Because those are the people that are going to help you take it to the next level and essentially feel very proud by the end of July. Yes, to relax. Thanks, LOL. You know me very well. I've shared you several people. They come in sometimes. Cool. I love that. The music is very loud. Are you doing a party in your room? There's always a party in this room. Are you kidding me? It can't be a lounge without music. What is the outcome of me relocating versus staying where I'm located? Maddie, welcome in. Nice to see one of the few, the proud, the guys who watch this channel. So this is going to be for relocating. This is going to be for staying where you are. So relocating, you'll find newfound passion and creativity. If you stay where you are, you'll still be fine. I mean, honestly, it just depends on what you want. Do you want passion or do you want prestige? Do you want to follow your dreams or do you want to be viewed in a way where people find you to be, like, superior? It's about trying something new and challenging yourself versus staying where you're comfortable but succeeding nonetheless. You really do have the choice. It's literally yours. So thank you, Azrael, for the love and care. It means a lot. I feel very connected to you. I feel connected to you too. Your channel got a good vibe, Azrael. Well, that's the point. Life is so stressful, Maddie. Like, it's nice to just kind of have, like, a place to kind of, like, hide away that isn't necessarily dark and drab. Like, I'd much rather have a place where people can literally just, like, click away from the stress of the life for a little bit and give back to what matters, which is connecting with other human beings and feeling not so alone, you know? What was the outcome of the reading? I believe he asked me about at this shop yesterday. I don't quite understand what you mean. Like, I'm not sure like the wording of it is kind of confusing me a little. Oh, okay. I feel like, honestly, Rainbow Love, I can't answer that. On my channel, I choose to not get nosy into other people's lives. Um, it would be different if you were asking something that literally had straight connection to you. You're asking to be nosy about something that he chose to put himself into that has absolutely nothing to do with you. And even if it does, that's between him and his spirit. You know what I mean? It's I don't want to be the person that comes between that because I don't want the bad karma for that. It's just about remaining spiritually respectful of others. And yeah, I got you, Maddie. Can I ask what's the outcome with the Taurus? So I want to say that's Queen of Stones. I just feel like if you want the answer, you should call them up and ask them what the reading was about. Because, like I said, I don't want the bad karma for being nosy. Because there is energetic clapback for invading someone's space. Mother of the Seas, a person with great power of imagination, full of resources, love for nature, and emotionalism. So you know that Taurus might come around. They might actually show themselves to be someone who's actually a very, very deep and emotional person. They might actually show their, like, less grandiose, less, like, tough Taurus and more sensitive side. But, yeah, it seems very possible, Maddie. What does Daria feel toward you? I got you, Amy. Five of bows. Appearances. Capacity to interpret a variety of roles. Difficulty in knowing how to understand the essence of things. Mass fictions and spiritual dogmatism. Now, appearances tends to put a lot of emphasis, on the idea of there being essentially like a false sense of self. So I don't know if you're like me and you love a good old makeup filled beat down, but it's about letting him know that there is actual depth there instead of him focusing on your outward appearance or like whatever he has decided is what's important to you. I feel like isn't actually aligning with what is you at a core. It's like he has the wrong idea. What's up, PC? Welcome in. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. Okay, I'm gonna pull a card for the room. So some general advice for everybody in here. Number 5. So advice for the room. The Hunter of Demons. A priest warrior of the path of shadows. Spiritual power, new ideals, and secrets unveiled. So that's literally like saying ask questions so you can find out stuff about yourself. Oh yeah, nice to see you too. I like the music, very calming. Of course, that's the whole point. Like, hopefully, like, you guys are all, like, bouncing in your chairs. I mean, could you imagine how fun the DMV could be if they actually played music in there instead of it being dead silent? Just saying. The waiting room is what you make it. I like something in my eyelash. It's like a piece of lint. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, that's cool, Rainbow Love. That's kind of like the idea. It's like something that you can turn on no matter where you kind of are in your day, whether that's like the start of it, the end of it, the middle of a work day. Like it shouldn't be anything that's too necessary, like too loud to necessarily be played at any particular time. It should be something that's like a good way to kind of like escape and lose off. Did you guys get to catch my premiere today? We put out a song, me and Shadi. We put it out, I want to say around 3:30. And then I also did some zodiac readings. If you're a Gemini, Taurus, Pisces, or Taurus or Capricorn, they're already waiting on you. They're already done. And the other ones I'll have for you later today. But yeah, they're the most recent uploads inside my videos tab right now. Typically, though, I would say if you're going to look through my page, I always advise people to start in the playlist section because everything is segmented based upon your interests. So that way you're not like seeing a wall of live stream and like a wall of upload and a wall of like, you know, everything that's happened in the meantime. Yeah, you're OPC, you're a Capricorn, I'm a Capricorn too. Hopefully it resonated. Oh yeah, I know there's not a lot of Capricorns out here who really do this stuff. It's weird. You would think that there would be a lot of Capricorns because a lot of times I feel like Capricorns are a lot more magical than we like to lead on. But most Capricorns that I can think of really appreciate a little bit of like occultism. Oh, you're a Virgo. Well, I'll try to get you guys done tonight. Let's see, because I did 5. So that leaves, what, 7 left? So I'll probably do 4 tomorrow. So well, I guess I'll do whatever forest sign I like hear from first. So Virgo's one of them. I've got 3 more slots for tomorrow. And then the day after, I'll do the final 3. Rainbow Love, what are you? AP, hey, can you please look into what Spirit wants me to know about the remainder of the year? Yeah, AP, I got ya. And you guys don't forget to thumbs up. If you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. But that thumbs up lets me know how many people I've actually like answered questions for. So you got 8 of Stones, Libra. All right, Virgo and Libra. And before I actually answer this, let me go ahead and add you guys to my listing for tomorrow. so that way I know what signs to do. So I'm going to do Virgo and Libra. So that still leaves 2 more slots for where I have blanks in the meantime. So that's perfect. I got those there. Alright, and AP, let me just go ahead and get to what you got. So you got 8 of Stones, which is about purification, pursuit of an ideal that is deeply rooted in our inner self, refusal of what is unusual, and advice is not needed. So essentially, you're on the right track. You know exactly what you need to do, and you've been on that track doing exactly what it is that you need to do. Now, what I mean by that is, we all know when our soul is calling us to something, you know what I mean? We all have hidden passions and hidden talents, and I think you're kind of being called to come step into the spotlight. And I just think that you're on a little bit of like a journey of awakening. So, what I would most likely say is to stay on the correct path, like you're definitely headed to where you need to be going. Just surround yourself with people who continue to remind you of your greatness and your potential because you definitely deserve that, you know? Oh, yeah, you're welcome. May I ask something? What action will my twin flame take toward me? We got number 9. Go ahead and pull it up for you. The seeker of the soul. A solitary wayfarer, he who silently probes the souls of the world, wisdom and experience, detachment, and old master. I feel like your twin flame is kind of like, I'm not sure if they're in communication with you. If they're not, I get the sense that they're working on themselves and trying to become the best version of themselves in order to reunite. Just because, in general, like, the way that this is best described is it's like someone who's on their way to self mastery. They haven't necessarily reached it yet, but they are definitely on their way. Um, and the hard thing about twin flames is that the only way to speed up their journey is to speed up your own. Meaning, if you want them to do better and get better quicker, then you need to find whatever it is that you need to do and mirror that behavior. Um, and it's a really, really complex, intrinsic kind of dance that happens between twin flames, you know? But just give them space and time, work on yourself, and before you know it, he'll pop right up. Oh yeah, Jemiah, reading for others is fun. You just gotta find people who like want or like see your perspective. Like that's the hardest part about really doing anything is finding an audience. But once you found that, like you are set. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Ooh, I hope so. I will let you know, and I'm working on myself happily. That's the key, PC. That is really the key. What is the outcome going to be when I contact this guy from the department on Monday? If it's a work call, because I feel like that's kind of how this feels, it's like someone who's impressed initially, but they want to hear more or know more or get down to the nitty gritty of who someone is. So if it's like first interview vibes, I feel like they'll definitely ask you for a second. good vibes overall. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Rainbow Love. It's funny, I don't think I've like yawned like this on the stream in forever. I just find it hilarious that like all of a sudden I am starting to get tired. But I guess that's what I get for trying to be like the live streamer of the year right now, just literally constantly online. Yeah, I'm definitely sleepy. I mean, it just depends, to be honest. Like, sorry, Jemai, I have to put you on a timeout, and I'll go ahead and explain why. I have said on this channel many times, there's certain questions I don't want to answer, and I don't want to be made to look bad to not want to answer certain questions. Karmically, I do not want to ask questions about people who are in other relationships that do not involve you. I don't want to ask questions about people's sexuality. I don't want to answer sexual questions. There's a line, and I've been more than kind. So you're on a timeout, and if you come back and you ask appropriate questions, that's one thing. But if you don't, then you won't be speaking in this room. Like, I need people to take personal responsibility for their own actions, because this is like not a place for people to like breed negativity, and it's really essential that I moderate that out. You know what I mean? Because I can't have a good environment if people are asking really, really negative questions or being nosy about someone else. Like, it has no connection to you, therefore I can't even get an accurate answer. I'm only interested in doing tarot for people of one degree, meaning they have to either be in a relationship with you, be friends, or have some type of connection. If you're wondering in general, as an individual, advice that pertains to you, I can help you with that. But I cannot answer questions about your ex-husband. Like, I can't. Or your baby daddy. I can't. I won't. It's bad karma. So, PSA. Sorry. And then for those of you who do like participate and like literally hold it down and make the chat and everything amazing, I appreciate you guys, because you guys literally know how it works here, but it just can be very hard at times. Welcome in, I see more people popping in now. Yeah, it's like it has no like connection, Rainbow Love, you know what I mean? It's like it doesn't even benefit you to know anything about your ex. Like it absolutely does nothing to improve your life, to know how someone who's not connecting to you is doing. And then the reason I feel like you get fuzzy signals is because you don't know where someone's personal belief is, especially if you're no longer with them. So I don't want to invade or encroach on someone's space, because I'm sure we've all had our ears ringing when someone's wondering about us. Like, ooh, like not necessarily the best way, you know. Sorry, you guys. I'm not big on people beating a dead horse. It's like I get annoyed after I have to answer the same question about like people more than 3 times. I'm like, I'm gonna start skipping over your questions if you keep asking the same thing and getting the same results over and over. Yeah, what's up, so girl? Go ahead and just drop it down below. I got ya. Is that like a likelihood question or like possibility? I guess I don't know what you're saying. You gotta put it inside the sentencing so that way I know exactly how to get the answers. I guess is R? I don't think that's correct. Yeah, I don't. Okay, you need to read my rules, so girl. I don't answer yes or no. It's posted all around your messages. You can see where it says. I guess I have to say it. Welcome to my tarot and chill out lounge. I only ask questions based on outcome, likelihood, and possibility. Not answering any yes or no's. Keep it clean. No vulgar questions. It's just because those are the only questions I could like answer with precise answers. I don't want to give you like based on a bad question. I give you a bad answer, then you come back and then you're upset at me because like you didn't ask the question right, therefore you didn't get the answer that you thought you were gonna get, and then like it just crosses all the signals. So it's like I just tell people, this is the best way to get the result that you want. Welcome in. I see that number going up. With the outcome not good, some people go ham. I'm like, you don't agree, cool. Take what applies to you, but don't get mad at the reader. Well, I don't know. I feel like some readers are a little bit more like open to like translating, which like I don't mind doing sometimes. But like when I have days and I have multiple streams, if I don't get the question in exactly the format I need it in, I just skip over it because me slowing down my pace and having to decode someone's question slows down the entire stream. And then by doing that, I end up costing myself the entire room of people who are behaving correctly for those who are misbehaving. So it's like I have to like prioritize those who follow the rules. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got you, so girl. You got number 7. The spinning shield. Nothing exists outside of this life. Death or rebirth. Successful action, awareness, and guiding one own's energy. Physical and mental voyages. So it's almost like he's in a place of needing to kind of disappear in a way, but it's a voyage of maturity. You know what I mean? Him needing to back away to become a better man. True. I understand completely. Have a great night, everyone. Have a great night, Jemiah. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm just going to share this stream because I just realized I really have not anywhere. So thank you very much. I know before he was really stressed. Yeah, sometimes, especially as men, it's easier to kind of like take a second, put everything to the side, figure out what it is that needs to be done. No wonder. I was like, something's off. I like accidentally put the wrong date in there. There we go. So that should help us out. Next question. Is there anything the universe wants me to know, or my spirit guide? I got ya. So let's go ahead and pull for that. In terms of your spirit guides and what they want you to know, Knight of Bones, unconscious conflicts that have not been clarified, quarrelsomeness and controversies, improbable alliances. So if you've been in recent situations where you really feel like, in general, you've been misunderstood, maybe mislabeled, or maybe just in a situation where people truly don't understand you, don't let it like get you down, essentially, because at the end of the day, like I really do feel like in those moments of seeing who's against you, you're also gonna find out who actually is really for you. So I wouldn't feel bad about it at all. I would just literally roll with the punches, like let people misjudge you if that's what they want to do. It has absolutely nothing to do with you, and I just wouldn't internalize it. At the end of the day, like you have the right to be a strong individual, and you have the right to chase after what you want. So I wouldn't feel any remorse, honestly, for living your life. And I think that's literally what Spirit wants you to know. It's okay just to be you and to be proud and to be strong and to live your life. Like, if you don't, who will? But there's beauty in that. I'm sure that you can relate to the idea of just standing in your own truth, you know? Yay. I'm trying to stop being negative. I've been in my head a lot. Yeah, I mean, it happened. adapting and change. So don't be afraid of like weathering the storm, I guess you could say. At the end of the day, like there's no shame in trying your best. And as long as you do that, then everything else that happens falls down and becomes secondary. You don't have to worry about the shortcomings of life, you know. There's a lot of good life to live, and I would not allow negative experiences to remove the ability to have joy. I mean, it's no way to live life, you know. It's incredibly unfair to you. It's like my butt's falling asleep, y'all. It's funny because I feel like the people in here have like all asked all their questions. They're all chilling out. We're all just waiting on the next person to come in with questions blazing. But I appreciate that y'all are actually using this place as like an actual lounge, a place to kind of like congregate and chill out and chat. It's like the whole idea. I mean, like a little oopsie on the date, but I made sure that it got fixed. Okay, yeah, you guys, I do think since I have to get up early in the morning and I plan on doing some good old fashioned tarot reading in the morning for the rest of the zodiac signs, I do think I should think about actually retiring to bed for the night. It's weird because like I'm very tired, but I enjoy spending time with y'all, and I have a hard time actually ending these streams. Like I don't know if you've ever noticed it. Like it takes me like 20 minutes to say goodbye. Like it's really hard, especially like when I feel like it's amazing to have like connections with everybody. But essentially, I think I should retire to bed. I think it would be a very, very good idea. Just in terms of trying to keep this channel on track and continue to give you guys a place to be throughout multiple portions of the day, you know what I mean? Essentially, I think I just need to kind of, do as Rainbow Love says, listen to my body and take a moment of rest so that I can be fresh in the morning so I can literally be here again with you guys. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys. You literally give me so much purpose. It's really, really cool to just sit around and chill out and get to really connect with people on a one-on-one Like, I feel like, I don't know, you never know what can happen in these streams. Like, I was freaking out the other day when Tyler Tarot came in here. Hey, Anna, do you want to get a question in? I was gonna head to bed, but I don't like people coming here and not get served, so what can I do for you? What's coming in for love in July? You're single. What's your sign, Anna? Leo. Alright, Anna. Make sure you're subscribed. I'm gonna add Leo to my listing, and then when I get up tomorrow morning, I'm gonna add Leo to the list. So there's one sign left that someone will just randomly be. But yeah, tomorrow morning I'm gonna do Virgo, Libra, and Leo tarot for July. But as far as July is going, it's gonna be a month of dating and ultimately, like, I almost want to say it's like the energy of kissing frogs. You know what I mean? So this is gonna be Ten of Bones, the price of vision, necessary sacrifice, momentary loss while seeking the larger gain, healing through lost parts of ourselves we no longer need. So in a lot of ways, I feel like you're gonna maybe do like a group date, maybe even speed dating. But this is about kind of going through the motions to find what you want to find in a long-term partner. So it's gonna be a situation where you're actually taking the time, setting it all aside, going out, having the drinks, having the dinner, having the conversation. Sometimes it's gonna lead to great things. Sometimes you're just gonna feel like, wow, that was a waste of time. But hey, I mean, at least I got some like subpar like hot wings, you know? It's like at the end of the day, it's going through the process of looking for love. And yeah, I mean, ultimately, I feel like the overarching like theme of that card is more so about creating generational wealth or generational like remnants. So very much so, I do think that you have the possibility to meet a very, very worthwhile partner, but I think you'll meet a worthwhile partner in the middle of madness, if that makes sense. I know what you mean, Hawaiian Goddess. I'm so tired. I literally was like, I'm on my way out, actually. Did you have a question? I've been trying to like make sure that I get everybody and their signs done. So I did 5 today. I've got 3 more to. No, I've got 3 so far that I need to do out of the remaining 5. Hawaiian Goddess, what is your sign? Oh, you're Libra. I already have Libra on the list for tomorrow. Thank you for answering my questions. I remember to relax, getting it done. Good night and many blessings. Oh yeah, of course, Rainbow Love. What's coming in for love in July? I'm a Libra. Ooh, perfectionism. Now that is number 11. Uh, eternal law above human law, new karmic balance, harmonization, and perfectionism. So it's kind of like standing in your own truth. I also kind of love that, like, she's definitely given some kind of like Polynesian vibe, but it's very, very much so like her just standing in her own perfection, knowing her strengths, knowing her weaknesses, and I feel like that's very much so like your energy and love for the month of May. It's gonna be very much so like you know your worth and you're out here trying to get to know people. But if someone doesn't realize the value, then I'm pretty sure you can take your goal to a much more valuable place. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. But yeah, Hawaiian Goddess, I have plans to wake up in the morning. I have to do a little bit of an errand. And then after that, I think I'm going to come home and just hop on, knock out maybe four, yeah, I'd say four of the zodiac signs and everything. I would normally get them all done in the same day, but I'm trying to do what's best for spreading myself out amongst these live streams. And trying to do what's best for like the viewership too. I'm trying to like give you guys content that you can consume and also content that you can be around if you're here for the lives as well. Oh yeah, I'm guessing because I have to meet up with the guy at 11 because I'm going to sell my old camera, and then after that, I should be headed back here. So stuff should be popping up probably by your like early afternoon. I'm guessing Hawaiian Goddess. So I'm guessing, yeah, what would be like maybe noon or 1 my time would be like 2 or 3. Ooh. Wow, I'm like a yawning mess right now. Sweet tea sounds so good right now. I mean, anything sounds good right now. I do have food though. Yeah, I do need to get some rest. I need to put these down. I'm over here like doing the most. Anyway, you guys, I think I am actually gonna head to bed. I'm starting to get to that point of like feeling delusional. So yeah. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for your viewership. Thank you for being here. Stay posted. There's going to be some new things coming in all throughout your feed tomorrow. There's going to be, of course, those zodiac readings. There's going to be, of course, live hangouts and lounges, just like we always do. And yeah, that's pretty much what's on the schedule for tomorrow. So I will see you guys there, and I love you all very much. So can't wait to see you all tomorrow.